He was as elusive and awkward like his cousin, but Hughie Fury failed in his mission to replicate Tyson on Saturday night as he fell short in his challenge for Joseph Parker's WBO heavyweight world title. Ultimately, the younger Fury was simply too reserved in his approach to sway the judges, falling by majority decision after an ugly fight. The cards read 114-114 and 2 gave it to Parker by 118-110, which were perhaps harsh in their severity if not their verdict. Quite simply, Fury did not do enough. He worked off his back foot and tried to jab his way sporadically to a title, but even in his home city it was ambitious to expect a favorable scoring. That is not to say Parker was especially impressive in his second defense of the title he won in December 2016, after Tyson Fury had vacated it 2 months earlier at the height of his personal problems. Far from it. He barreled in and won this fight by virtue of his aggression rather than any discernible accuracy. Indeed, the only meaningful punch of the fight was landed by Parker in the 12th. By that round's conclusion, Fury was convinced he had won, as did Tyson, who stormed the ring to celebrate. They were stunned by the cards, with 23-year-old Hughie Fury saying, "I don't know what happened there with the judges. I was disgusted, to be honest. What else can I say? They've ruined people's lives tonight. I don't think the scoring was right at all. I don't know. All I can say is what is done is done. I thought I won the fight easy. Obviously. On claims by his promoter Mick Hennessy that he had been victim to corruption, Fury added, 100%. They are ruining people's dreams. I've had enough talking, that will do. This was his first defeat after going 20-0, while Parker improves to 24-0 and a likely clash with Anthony Joshua in 2018. On this basis, Joshua ought to win comfortably. For Fury, the big unknown coming into this clash was always going to be if the weapons were too rusty, given his last official fight was in April 2016, when he won a technical decision against Fred Kassi for the lightly regarded WBO intercontinental belt. As a fighter whose prime strength is his timing and precision, 17 months is an awfully long spell out, and one that has included an as-yet-unsolved charge from UK anti-doping for traces of nandrolone reportedly found in his system in 2015. Despite the absence, he was reasonably sharp in his adopted style, which was to work the perimeter and pick off Parker with jabs. He looked decent on his feet without landing. Parker was aggressive without doing damage, which was much the story of the entire fight. After 3 rounds of almost no meaningful connections, the fourth was the most dramatic so far, with Fury landing with a counter right uppercut as Parker stormed forward, but he ended the round with blood seeping from near his right eye after an accidental clash of heads. The bleeding slowed in a quieter fifth, which Parker shaded, and following the sixth, in which Fury landed an uppercut but missed with too many jabs, a reasonably messy fight was about even. Fury swallowed a left down the middle early in the 8th before Parker tried and failed to land with a flurry of 4 heavy, wild swings. He went for the approach again in the 9th, launching into one mass of big blows that Fury skipped clear until a decent left clipped his jaw. Fury took it, but the round belonged to Parker. By this stage, the feeling was that Fury needed to be far more proactive, but still he fought on the back foot, tiring a little through the 10th and the 11th, when he took a good right from Parker. On Sportsmail's card, he was down by a couple going into the last, and quickly Parker landed a big, wide-arching right hand. It was probably the best punch of the fight, with Parker's corner calling their man to go for the finish. Fury composed himself and made it through the round, before Tyson and the family stormed the ring at the bell. They arrived for a party that wasn't happening,